Yeah, good evening, online students. Is my voice is loud and clear? It is clear, right? Done. So let's continue. So I assume that most of you have gone through the list and for loops before attending the today's class, right? Last class also I have given you a brief overview about the NumPy, but I have not gone into the depth of NumPy. The reason behind that is I have given you the time for preparing once. Okay. Now we are moving on to the next one is called as NumPy 1D arrays. So already I told you what is 0D. 0D means which is going to give with respect to a single value. If a single value, if you try to convert without using any advanced data type. Okay. Sir, for example, if there is a list of single value only, but it is in the list. Single value, but it is stored in the list. Now it is when I convert to array, what it is called as 1D array or 0D array means it is called as 1D only. It is considered as 1D. So here it is not the list, it is not the importance of the single value. It is the importance of basic data type or advanced data type you are trying to convert. When you convert a basic data type into array, it will be converted as 0D array. When you try to convert, for example, if I am taking here a is equal to 45 and the 45 when I am trying to convert, and now it is going to be the array of 45, and what is the type of that one means it is a array type. So here first I have to import the numpy as np. Okay, now so this is the array type of numpy nd array. Now what is the dimensions of this one means it is a 0 dimensions. Ndim will give you the number of dimensions. Next, so here in this example only I am going to take the list of 45. There only I am writing instead of normal 45 list of 45. Now when you ask what is the ndim means, it is going to take it is a 1D. Okay, a normal 45 is considered as 0D. List of 45 will be considered as 1D. Now when you are considering the 0D array, that is 0 dimensional array, and if you ask the shape of the 0 dimensional array, what is meant by shape means the shape of the array always is a tuple. The shape of the array is output of the shape of the array is tuple, and inside the tuple nothing will be there, empty tuple. The shape of 0D will be empty tuple. The shape of 0D will be empty tuple. Now sir, then what is the use of this shape, sir? Now you will understand. In the 1D, you will see the difference. Now, here, when you are taking the 1D array, and what are the 1D array you are having? That is, A is equal to 12, 14, 16. Okay. And if you try to convert this one to array, when you are trying to convert this one to array, and if you ask what is the type of this one means, it is ND. And what is the dimension means, it is a 1D. And if you want to check the shape, how to check the shape means first you have to write the variable dot shape. When you write the shape, it is going to give the again tuple. Inside the tuple a single value. Tuple with a single value. What is that single value will be there means number of items in the 1D. How many items are there here? 3. So it is going to give 3 comma. The 3 indicates number of items. 3 indicates number of items. 3 comma. You are going to get like this. Is the point is clear? Now, for example, now tell me guys, here I'm going to take L is equal to 40 and I'm converting this one to array. What is the endim? 0D. And what is the shape? Endim is, it is going to give 0, that is dimension. Dimension is 0D. That is okay. Now my question is not with respect to endim. My question is what is the shape? What is the shape of 0D? It is going to be the empty tuple. Okay, if you take what are the value, instead of this one, if you are taking 40.5 also, empty tuple only. If you take true also, empty tuple only. If you convert a single value called as SRK into an array also, if you convert this one to array also, it is going to be empty tuple only. Now when you take here a list of, I'm going to take a list of 40. This is normal 40. Normal 40 is 0D, and what is the shape means? It is a empty tuple. Now I am going to take the list of 40 and I am converting to array. What is the endim now in this case? It is a 1D. And what is the shape of this one? What is the shape? Tuple of 1 comma 1 comma. What is 1 comma means? One item only is there, and it is going to give the output like this. Is the point is clear? For example, I am writing here one more value called as true. Now total how many items are there, and what is the shape of this? 2 comma. Now if I write here in terms of next one SRK, now what is the answer? 3 comma. Right? This is 1D. Sir, what about the 2D? 2D we'll discuss later. Let us focus on the 1D. First, let us complete the 1D in the today's class. Later, we'll focus on the 2Ds. Okay, again we'll come from the 2Ds. First, let us complete with the 1D. Okay, now how we can convert a list to array means, for example, L is equal to 10, 12, 10, 11, 12. This is a list. I want to convert a list to array means np.array of L. np.array of L, if you write, it will be converted to array. And you are going to get the output like this. Now, if you want to convert an array, it is already in the array format. Array you want to convert to list. Means here already, what is the A? Array of 10, 11, 12. This is already array. Now, what are the array is there? The array you want to convert to list means, what we have to write means, the array name dot to list. Dot to list will give you the list of values. So this is how to convert a list to array, array to list. Okay, is the point is clear? L is equal to 10, 11, 12. Now if I print L, what is print L? List of 10, 11, 12. That is a normal list. Now normal list was converted to array. np.array, and now A value will be stored as 10, 11, 12. Earlier also 10, 11, 12 only. What is the difference? What is the difference between both of them means, this is a list data type, it is a array data type. Sir, okay sir, list data type, array data type. What is the difference? Commas only difference, sir? No. What is the major difference between both of them is, if anything you are applying on the array means, automatically will be selected as for loop. It will not integrated with the for loop. This is by default integrated with the for loop. That is a major difference. Here for loop is not integrated. Values are common. It is storing the values. Here also it is storing the values. What is the major difference? To store the 3 values list is also there. To store the 3 values array also is there. What is the advantage of array then means? It will apply by default for loop. If you do any operation, by default it will apply the for loop. List will not by default apply the for loop. That is the difference. Okay, why we are converting a list to array means, to apply the for loop automatically. Otherwise, no need of arrays. Okay, now coming to the, as I have told you, first I will discuss with you how to create. So total 3 things I am going to discuss with you within the NumPy 1D arrays. First, we'll start with the NumPy 1D arrays. Followed by, we will discuss NumPy 2D also. In the NumPy 1D array, what we are going to discuss within the NumPy 1D array is, first one is how to create the 1D array. Second, we are going to discuss how to extract the values in 1D array if already available. If the data is already available, how to extract. And third one is how to do the modification in the 1D array. These are the 3 things which we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, how to create a 1D array. Similarly, we'll discuss 2D array also. Okay, how to extract a value from 1D array. How to extract a value or values. Either value or values from 1D array. How to extract the values. And finally, how to do the modification within the 1D array. In 1D array. Within 1D array, how to do the modification. Modification means it includes the 3. One is called as add, how to add a new value or values. So how to add a single value, how to add the multiple values. Similarly, how to replace a single value, how to replace the multiple values. Similarly, how to add a how to delete a single value, how to delete the multiple values. Wherever I discuss value, values are also added. Single value, multiple values. Extraction also, how to extract a single value, how to extract multiple values. Okay. How to add a single value, how to add multiple values, how to replace single value, how to replace multiple values, how to delete single value, how to delete the multiple values. Very simple, dead easy it would be, because the backend automatically it will only apply the programs. Our work is only to write the function. By default, it will apply the programs, right? Now, first one is creating a 1D array. Let's focus on the creation part. So how to create a 1D array? How to create the 1D array means, for creating the 1D array, we are having the option number one is convert a list to 1D array. This is option number one. Convert a list to 1D array. How you are going to convert a list to a 1D array means, just we are going to write np dot array of L. What are the list you want to convert? Okay. Second option we are having is called as functions. Functions are available. Multiple functions are available to create the 1D array. Okay. So we are going to discuss both of them. How to convert a list to 1D array. That is first one, np.array of L. Already I have completed this one. Now I'm going to discuss with you what are the different functions are available. So the heading is functions. What are the different functions for 1D array? Functions for creating 1D array without converting a list. How we can do? So what are the functions means? First function is called as arrange. Already you know what is range. Range means it is going to give the list of numbers. Instead of getting the list of numbers, you are going to get the array of numbers. Arrange means array. A stands for array. Range is range only. Now forget about this one and tell me what is the output of this only range. Assume this is not there. From here to here it is not there. Only this one. Range of 1 to 10, comma 2. What is the meaning of this? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 10 is not included. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Same thing. Only difference is earlier it is a normal numbers. Now it is an array of numbers. Same 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 array of numbers. Okay. So just it is going to take like this. Is the point is clear? Now next one is randint. Do you remember the random module we have discussed? Within the random module, assume there is not array is not there. What is the random module of random.randint of 1 to 100? What is the meaning of this? It is going to give one integer, any one integer between 1 to 100. Now if you want 5 numbers you want, what you have to write? 5 numbers you want to write, that too you have to store in the list. What is the code for that? Random.randint of 1 to 1 to 100. 1 to 100 you are going to get one number, but I want 5 numbers. 5 numbers I want. Means the same code has to be executed for how many times? 5 times. And each time you execute, it will give one number, right? That number has to be added in the list. What is the code for this? For I in range of 5 times. Each time it is going to append into the list. L dot append. You are going to take L dot append where L is equal to one empty list. First time it will execute the code, it will generate one number and that number will be added. Second time it will generate one number that will be added. Third time one number added. Fourth one number added. Fifth one number added. Shortcut for this one is random.randint of 1 to 100 means 1 to 100 it is going to select one number. Like that, how many numbers I want means 5. comma 5 indicates number of samples. See, this is the starting point. This is the ending point, comma number of samples. How many samples you want? So I'm writing how many samples? 5 samples I want. And I'm going to store that one in the A is equal to. Now I'm going to print the A. So it is going to give me the 5 values. One more time if I execute, one more values I'm going to get. Randomly. Randomly 5 values are taken and randomly the 5 values are stored. Is the point is clear? Now you will ask a question. So what is the question you are going to ask is, sir, for example, I want to store the multiple values. Okay. I want to take, see, my requirement is like this. Two questions are there. Listen to the question clearly. What is the question is, I want 10 numbers. I want 10 numbers between 1 to 100. Any numbers between 1 to 100. What is the code? For I in range of 10. Means 10 times what you are going to repeat? What you are going to repeat? Random dot rand int and between 1 to 100. First you have to import the random module. In order to run this one, first you have to import a random module. Import random. Otherwise it will throw the error. Okay. This code was repeated for 5 times. It has to only print or it has to be appended into empty list. It has to be appended. So I'm going to take L is equal to 1, this one. And here I'm writing the L dot append. Okay. And here print L. Now I'm going to get this one. This is question number 1. What is the question? For which question this is the answer? Selecting randomly 10 numbers between 1 to 100 and storing them in a list. For that question, this is the answer. Select, question is, select any 10 numbers between, select any 10 numbers between 1 to 100 and store them in a list. Store them in a list is the question. Okay, store them in a list. For this question, this is the answer. Now, second, in this, repetition is allowed or not allowed? Repetition is allowed. Sometimes you may get the same value, repeated values you may get. See here, 65, 65. You got 2 repeated numbers. Now my requirement, question number 2. What is the question number 2? Means select any 10 numbers between 1 to 100 without repetition. Without a repetition. The value should not be repeated. Without a repetition and store them in the list. What is the answer for this? Now in this case, what is the answer? Okay. Now answer is again very simple. Repetition should not be there. Means now I'm going to execute the code for 10 this many times. That many times if I execute means that many numbers will be selected. No. So here I'm writing the first you append the number. If length of L is equal to 10, then break it. I'm going to write like this. Okay, break it. Is the point is clear? If the length of L is equal to 10, break it. Now what happens? It is going to execute for multiple times, 10 numbers. But the problem is repetition is still accepted now. Where you have stopped the repetition in this? So here I'm writing the condition. What is the condition is if I not in L. If I is not in L and length of L if length of L is less than or equal to 10. If in this both the cases only, it has to be appended. Otherwise, it should not be appended. If one condition fail also, it should not be appended. Means if already that value is available also, it should not append. If the value total length is crossing more than 10 also, it should not append. Now in this case, if I execute the code like this, now see, no repetition is allowed. The moment you execute, multiple times you execute. So you'll have with respect to the values. Is the point is clear? Repetition is not allowed now. Right? If the length is equal to now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 values. No repetition. So that is condition. What is the condition is? If it is not available in the L, then you add that. If it is already available in the L, condition will fail. In that case, condition fails means append will not be done. If it is not available only, it has to add. So like this, you are going to add this is all the called as questions, requirements. If your requirement is this one, write the program for this one. If this requirement is this one, write the program according to the question. First, you have to understand the requirement. So before writing the programs, many students will commonly ask the question, sir, I want to practice some programs, sir, but which programs I have to practice, I'm not understanding, or something they'll ask like this. Just in your brain, you have to think the question. After question you think, for that question you have to write the answer. For the answer, question will not be created, right? Now, see, I have practiced these two questions. I want now third question. I want to think in my brain third question. What is the third question is? Which of the numbers are divisible by 2? Only those numbers has to be added. Not all the numbers. Which are numbers are divisible by 2? Means I want to select the randomly 10 even numbers. Select any randomly even numbers, that to non-repeated even numbers. Now, just I'm going to change the range as 0 to 10,000 with an increment of 2. Now, first it will take I is equal to 0, followed by I is equal to 2, followed by I is equal to this one, like that. Now, the point is, I value will not be appended now. This is not the right answer. If I execute means, see, odd numbers are also there. This is the right answer. Huh? No, it is not the right answer. Why it is not right answer? Because you are not appending I value. What you are appending? Random value. Now, which you are appending means random value you are appending. So this random, if here I'm going to write, okay, this one as a is equal to random dot randint, and internally I will write one more condition. If a is divisible by 2 is equal to 0, then it has to be appended. L dot append of a. Now, in this case, all the even numbers. Earlier, you have not given this condition. Now, what you have done? You have added one more condition. You added one more condition. I also added one more condition internally. Is the point is clear? First, it is going to generate random number. What are the random number it has generated? That random number, again, I'm checking whether it is even or not. And that number I'm appending in the list if it is even. Again, it is generating one random number, and if it is even, it will be appended. Again, random number, if it is even, it will be appended. Like that, it is going to do. See, first, I is equal to, how this program works means, I is equal to, first it will take the 0. I is equal to 0. If I value, what are the I value is there? If it is not in L, and length of I, what are the I value is there? That I value is not available, then in that case, so I is not in L. In the L, 0 is there? Huh? No, 0 is not there. So condition is true. And length of L is less than 10. Length of L is empty. 0. 0 is less than 10. This is also true. Since both the conditions satisfied, now it is going to execute A is equal to one number. You only tell one number, some random number. 24 or 25. It has given 25. Now I'm going to check that 25 is divisible by 2 or not. No, it is not divisible by 2. Then it will be appended? No, it will not be appended. Again, now I is equal to 1 and 1 is not available in the list. So it is going to. So whichever the value is not available in the list, only that one. If that value is already available in the list, for example, A is going to have some random number. That random number is already available in the list. Then it will ignore that number and it will go to the next number. Basically, A also not should be, but A you are creating here itself, before itself. For example, if you are writing A, okay, if you are writing here A, I'm writing that one. Whatever this is there, I'm writing here. A is equal to, and if A is not in L, and this one, and also one more condition, and A is divisible by 2. 3 conditions it has to satisfy. If 3 of them it is satisfied only, it has to be appended in the list. You can write even in this way also. Is the point is clear? 3 conditions it has to satisfy. It should not be available in the list. It should, the value number of values should be less than 10, and it should be divisible by 2. Total 3 conditions should be there. Condition number 1, this condition indicates number of values are less than 10. You want 10 numbers. Any 10 numbers means this is the condition. You want in even numbers means this is the condition. And it should not be repeated means without repetition means this is the condition. You applied 3 conditions. I am also applying 3 conditions. And after that, I'm writing in the list. I'm appending in the list. So like this. Now you'll get one more question. Sir, which are divisible by 5? Only those can be added. Then what you are going to write? Instead of 2, here you are going to write 5. And which are divisible by 5? Only those numbers will be added. That to non-repeated numbers only will be added. Right? So like this, you have to create the question and you have to write the programs. While practicing after the class, you have to practice with additional examples. Just think the question. Without the question, don't write the answer. Because for what purpose you are writing the answer, you also don't know. When question is there, you can write the answer as per the requirement. Point is clear, everyone? Right? So now, this here, if you want to add something like this, you are going to take in this way. Sir, other than this, any other option is there? Multiple options are there. Sir, what is the other option? Should I show you the other option? What is that other option is? While true. What is while true? Infinite loop. In the infinite loop, I'm going to take this same thing. A is equal to some random number. If A is not available in the list, I'm going to take one list and this has to break now. And if the A is divisible by 5, condition first one is this one, condition is 2. And after that, I'm going to write here break. When I will break this one, if whatever the length of L is equal to 10, in that case, I'm going to write the break. Now, if I print L, whatever the L is there, I'm printing the L. Print L. See, this is also one of the by like this you can write, or you can write like this. This is also correct. That is also correct. Random numbers now, which are divisible by 5, which are divisible by 5. Points are clear. So you can write using the for loop, you can write using the while loop. Like this, you can write the programs as per your choice. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Now coming to the inside, why I have discussed this one means you will get a doubt. Sir, random numbers are there. When we are using the random numbers, the values are getting repeated. It should not be repeated means what we have to do. Sir, where will use this random concept? For example, you are working for the one of the company where they are taking the lottery. They have generated some lottery tickets between 1 to 1000. They have given 1000 tickets to 1000 people. They have sold the tickets. Ticket number 1 to ticket number 1000. 1000 tickets they have sold. Now they have to take lucky draw for 10 people. Same person can be repeated. So here 1 to 1000, you have to pick randomly 10 numbers which is non-repeated. In that case, we require the non-repeated integers. That requirement is there. According to that, we are writing. Right? Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Now, so here next one is to create the array. Next function we are having is called as zeros. What is the first function we have discussed to create the array? Arrange. What is the second function? Random.randint, which is array also. Next, np.zeros. np.zeros is the one more function. What is this function means? It will create the 1D array. What is the shape of 1D array? How the shape of 1D array will be there? Tuple of. So I'm writing here tuple of. How many zeros you want to get? A array. What is np.zeros means? It is going to generate 1D array with the filled with zeros. Every value will be filled with zeros. So I want the 1D array, total 5 values. 5 values should be filled with zeros. Then I'm going to write here 5. So I'm going to get the 0, 0, 0, 0. Sir, if you want to take the shape of 10, I want 10 zeros. Then what I have to write inside that? So shape you have to give 10 comma. Or if you simply write even 10 also, it will accept. If you don't need to write the shape also, simply if you write 10 also, it will accept. It will generate the 1D array, 10 items filled with zeros. Sir, now it is giving the 0 dot 0 dot like this. No, sir. Why miss? By default, if I click on the shift tab, can you see here? In this zeros, what is the first one you have to give the argument? What is the argument? Shape. What is the shape I have given? 10 comma. What is the meaning of 10 comma means? It is a 1D array. Okay. Next, what is the D type? What is the by default? Float. This is the default argument or compulsory argument? What is the type of argument of this one? It is a default argument. If you don't give anything, it will take automatically float. So that is the reason it is giving the float. No, I want the D type is equal to int. Now, what is the answer? It is going to give the int of zeros. Point is clear? Otherwise, by default, you will get the float. Next one is np.ones. What is np.ones? Means it is going to give the all the array filled with the ones. Array filled with ones. Sir, I want the twos, np.twos, np.threes, np.fours. Nothing. Only np.zeros are available, np.ones are available. Sir, if np.zeros are available, np.ones are available, but I want in terms of np.twos or threes or fours or something like this. Then what you have to do means first take the np.zeros. How many values you want? How many zeros? For example, my requirement is like this. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 5 fours I want. Now what is the shape of this one? What is the shape? 5 comma. It is a 1D array. Shape is 5 comma. So I'm going to create first np.zeros of 5 with the data type is equal to int. Now it is going to give me the output like this. This is the a is equal to and print a. If I print a, this is the output, right? Now what I'm going to do means plus 1. Plus 1 means what happens? It will apply the plus 1 for every value. If I do plus 4, what happens? For every item, plus 4 will be added and my requirement will be solved. All the values will be filled with the what are the number you want. Now, if you want to fill everything with 100 means what you have to do? First, you have to take the zeros and for which value you want to fill, that value you have to add. Simple. Is the point is clear? Sir, same logic will be applied for np dot zeros plus 1. What is plus 1 means? Every value will be filled with 1, which is equal to this one. This one and this one both are same. If you write like this also okay. If you write like this also okay. Sir, why they have created only for zeros and ones? Why they have not created for twos, threes like this means? Very simple answer. So we are in the NumPy was designed only not only for the data analyst or data science role, it is also created for the mathematics. So some people are going to use the matrices. In the matrices is there, which is called in this we are having the zero matrix. What is meant by zero matrix? A matrix with of zeros is called as zero matrix. What is unity matrix? What is unity matrix? The entire matrix filled with 1 is called as unity matrix. Are we having 2 matrix, 3 matrix like that? No, right? That is for doing the matrices, they have created this function basically. In your case, simply just you are going to take the np dot zeros and with what value you want to fill, just add with that number and every value will be filled with that particular number. Basically, it is not filling, it is adding. Now, point is like this. Sir, I want everything filled with the same number. Then what you have to write? Code. What is the code? np dot zeros. How many fours you want? 5 fours I want. 5. Okay. Plus what with what value I have to add? 4. Right? Sir, I want to take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is the requirement, what you have to do? np dot arrange. Arrange of 1 to 6. 1 to 6 means automatically you are going to get the 1 to 5. Sir, I want to take randomly some numbers. 20, 45, 60, 74, 1. Some numbers randomly. Then what you have to use? np dot random dot randint 1 to 100 with 5 values. Then random numbers. Sir, I want in terms of like this. My numbers are there. That one only has to be converted to array. My numbers. What are my numbers means? 4, 6, 10, 12, 8. These are my numbers. It has to be converted. What are your numbers are there? Take as a list and use the np dot array of list as per your requirement. Random numbers means random numbers. Sequential order numbers means sequential order numbers. Everything with the same number means same numbers. Your choice numbers means your choice numbers. Sir, I want to take my choice number. For that, without using the list, is there any other option? Means in our brain, what is there? How the Python knows? Your numbers, how the Python knows? To create a function, how the Python knows your numbers? So your numbers, you only have to provide, na? You have to provide means that should be in the list only, na? That list will be converted as a array. Sir, I will think in my brain, automatical Python only has to take automatical means brain is not connected to the Python, right? Directly. Is the points are clear, everyone? So how to create the arrays of 1D array? Everything is clear now? np dot zeros are used for this purpose. np dot arrange was used for this purpose. Random dot int is used for this purpose. And np dot array of array is used for your own numbers to convert to array. All the 4 things are clear, right? As per whichever you are interested, I mean, as per the requirement, you have to choose. Everyone is clear? Now, next one is now how to access the elements. Creation is completed. For creating, what are the options are there? Converting list to array, first option. Second option is arrange, random.randint, np.zeros, np.ones. That's it. Even np.ones also not required for you. np.zeros, automatically +1 or +2, whatever you want, you can add. np.ones, right? Now, next step is, next we are going to discuss how to extract the single value, how to extract the multiple values. Is the point is clear? Next one. Now, first write the array. Write this array in the notes. Now, sir, in the backend, how the object will be created? How the list object will be created? 1 object will be stored in the 1 box. Same logic. 1 value will be stored in the 1 box. 13, 2, 7, 16, 20, 26. Now, if it is a list, what is the index numbers? Positive index numbers and negative index numbers. If it is a list, what is the things? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because key names will not be there now. It is a list data type. It is not dictionary. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the reverse order, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. How to extract a single value from the list? Do you know that one? Now, how you are going to extract a single value from the list means, first you are going to write what are the variable name, bracket. In that bracket, you have to write the index number. If that index number is available, it will give the output. If the index number is not available, you are going to get what error? Which type of error? Index error. Index is not available, right? So here I'm going to take, this one is A. Within the A, what is 3? In the 3, what is there? Within this, 7. So it is going to give the output as 7. Now, what is the A of -1? -1 is 26. Same. List and array, there is no difference, right? In the list also same logic, in the array also same logic. Now, if I take A of 9, what is A of 9? It is going to give the index error. Okay, you can ask only between 0 to total 7 items are there. The indexing starts from the 0 to 6. Total 7 items are there with the size of 7. You can't ask the 9, number 9. Index error. Even in the list also same logic. Nothing special in the array. Even in the list also same logic. Right? Now, if you observe clearly, this range function, you are already familiar in the list. I mean, earlier itself you are familiar. Here what I have added means A. A means array. Random.randint. This also already you are familiar here. I have just added NP because to convert as a array. NP.zeros. This only you are not familiar. Here I have told you what is meant by zeros. So most of them will be already familiar for you. Only 1 or 2 will be new for you. Most of the things will be common, which are already completed. Right? Now, how to get a single value is clear, right, everyone? Now, how to get the multiple values when there is a pattern? Pattern is available, how to extract? When pattern is not available, how to extract? Pattern is available means slicing operation. For example, I want this number, this one, and this one. What is the code? If it is assume if it is a list, what is the answer? If it is a list, first you are going to start from where? 0 till where? 6 should be included. 6 should be included means where I have to take? 7. What is the increment? 1 increment. If I take the 1 increment, 10, 13, 2, everything will be there. What is the increment? 2. So when I take the increment of 2, what is the index numbers it is going to select? 0 index, 2 index, 4 index, 6 index. And I'm going to get the output like this. First one is 10, followed by 2, followed by 16, followed by 26. This point I'm explaining here. First time you are listening this one, slicing concept. If I, for example, this is array. Okay, I will explain. For list, you know na? List, you know na? For the list, I ask the question means, are you going to answer or not? If you, for list also, if you are having the doubt means, you can ask the doubt here. List is clear, but this one is doubt means, what is this logic? How that will be applied? List is not clear means, you can ask the question. But you told that earlier already list is clear. I asked any questions in the class. You told that it is clear. Anyone has asked me the questions on the slicing earlier? No. Miss, that what is the meaning of that? You understand that one. You know that one. Now suddenly if I explain this one, now suddenly if you are asking a question for me, now what I have to understand? Miss, earlier you have lied to me, right? Whether you will accept, miss, again you will not accept. No, sir. You will not lie. You will not hide. Then what? Forgot. The previous classes you have forgetting, miss. How? If you forget any one of the class also, forget about the data analyst role only. I have told you for multiple times. One class if you forget also, forget job. One class if you forget also, forget the job. One more time I am repeating. At least now also. Sir, my brain is not having that much of capacity to load these many concepts, sir, miss. At least now you fit from the course. My suggestion for you. Simply fit the course. This is not the right course for you. Because every day you are by hearting and you are trying to load into the brain, automatically brain will not support. Brain will not support. Without understanding, if you try to load something, if you try to load blindly like that, if you try to load, suddenly it will say one day, I'm mad. Brain will say like this, and you will say output is called as confuse. Your word is called as confusion. Basically, why you're confused means your brain told that, Array, I'm not having the space to load the, right? Now, if you try to inject forcefully without understanding the concept, your brain cannot store more than 10 classes or 15 classes data. 100% one day has to come where you will forget the previous class. When you try to forcefully inject, your brain was designed in that way. Okay. So in the brain, we are having the, again, if I go out of the things will be there, but in our brain was designed in such a way, first, whatever the data you are getting into the brain, opening only, first one is called as forget. By default, our brain will forget everything. By default, it will forget. That is the reason, sir, with a simple example, while coming to Naresh IT, you have seen with your eyes so many vehicles, right? Offline students, shops you have seen, vehicles you have seen, persons you have seen while walking to Naresh IT, or you have came on bike also. If you have came on bus or metro, whatever it is, you have seen multiple people outside now. Do you remember any person whom you have seen now while coming to Naresh IT? Do you remember any person face? Unless he is your friend. He is your friend or relative or something means okay. A unknown person face, do you remember any person while coming? Why? Your eyes has seen now. So many things your eyes has seen now. Why it has not stored? Whatever your eyes sees, the brain will not store. Everything the brain will not store. Only few things only it will store. That few things, how it will store means, again, if I explain starting, again, if I start this one means, I'll explain the artificial intelligence. Because artificial intelligence is replica of your human intelligence. How your brain is the replica of that, basically. By default, whatever our eyes, our ears, whatever it listens now, everything it will not remember unless it is related to you. Now, while coming, your friend is there. On the way, you have seen your old friend. Okay. And you have discussed something. Do you remember that one, miss? You'll remember. An unknown person, if you see with your eyes, you'll not remember. That is by default. By default, it is called as forget. After forget, if it is important information only, store is there. How your brain knows it is important, it is unimportant. Again, the point is how your brain knows. Store this one, don't store this one. How your brain knows means in your body, continuously hormones will be released. Continuously, as of now, in this second also, hormones are getting released in your body. That is our body nature. In that some hormones, every hormone along with the what are the data, I'm discussing the concept now, these both will go to your brain, basically. Both of them. Hormone along with the data. Whatever you are seeing with your eyes, everything it will go along with the hormone. Now, when you understand the concept and okay, this I understood, when you feel like that, then the body releases a different hormone. Otherwise, it will release the general hormone. As of now, if one of the person who is sitting in the last bench, he is trying to sleep. Okay, his eyes slightly getting into the sleep mode. Assume, example purpose. Of course, that person knows, right? Now, the person who is trying to get into the sleep mode or something, now what are the, I'm explaining now. Now it will not be stored in his brain because while sleeping, the hormones are different. That hormone will not store the data. When you understand the concept only, then the hormone will be different. That hormone along with the data, once it goes to the brain, it will store. And many people will say this one, please focus in the class. They'll say to focus. What is the meaning of focus? Means you say that concentrate or something, but basically what happens when you focus or concentrate means hormones will be different. And when you are focusing that one and when your hormone is different and it is says that I understood, your inner feeling says that I understood this one, then it will be stored. Without understanding, you'll shake the head like this, right? Though you have not understood also, okay, something, okay, sir is saying I'm writing. Sir is saying I'm writing. You say like this, na? That data with the hormone, it will go to the brain, na? It will not store basically. Sir, how you know all these things? Once you learn artificial intelligence, you'll also know. This hormone is called as artificial activation function. We'll revise, right? What are the revision we'll do now? That revision is called as epoch. Technical words if I speak. So now that much of content is not required. To be more simplified, just remember only one concept. Without understanding, if you try to load into your brain, miss, it will forget. That is only one point to be noted for you as of now. So don't try to, without understanding, don't try to inject into your brain. It will forget. One day, damn sure it will forget. Temporarily it may store. Forcefully you are storing that one. For example, after this class, now just take a task. After this class, try this. And you only tell me the answer tomorrow. From here, from Naresh IT, you are going to your room or house or whatever it is. While going to that, you will find the number of vehicles. For that vehicles, number plates will be available. Number plates will be available. What are the number plates are there? You observe the number plates. See the numbers. Car number or bike number, some number only. Okay. Now, after going to room, how many numbers you have remembered? Write in a paper. Okay. How many numbers you have seen? How many numbers you have remembered? Write in a paper after going to your room or house. Now in this class, since I told this one, now some students, they'll observe that one and they'll try to store that one. Since I told, they'll try to store. If I don't tell this one, if you see also, you will ignore. In the case one, you are trying to load the data. Force, if it is not related also, you are trying to load. It will temporarily store. So now since it is temporarily stored, you are going to write the numbers now. In a paper, you will write now. After 5 days, I will ask the number. What happens? What is the answer? Give a try. Because you are not understanding that one. Without understanding, you are trying to load into the brain. Give a try. Today, you give a try and tell me. I will be here only now. The same mistake you should not do in the Python. Without understanding, don't try to inject the things into the brain. It will automatically forget. One concept, if you try to load also, the answer is called as forget. So understand the concepts and prepare. My point is only that. Is the point is clear, miss? Understand the logic and learn. No sir, these logics are not related to me, miss. Continue with the same. What you will do every year, everything, do the same. I have given the example also. From here, go to the room. While going to the room, observe the numbers. Try to store the car numbers or bike numbers. And after going to room, write the numbers. You will write today. Do the same thing after 5 days. Okay? Whichever is not related information you are storing in your brain, it has to be deleted. That is by default. It was designed, your brain was designed in that way. Why, sir? If everything can be stored, means if it is stores everything, means not terabytes. Your brain should be filled with gigabytes also. That one also will not be sufficient because from morning to evening you will see so many things. So in this class also, as of now, something will move in this class downside or somewhere some inset will be there. You will see that one and you will store that one also, na? If you try to store like this, everything means from your childhood onwards to today, if you store like that, it should be of gigabytes of data, not gigabytes, zettabytes of data. Not much of things will not store, basically. Points are clear. So what is the point? Why I have explained all these things? Without understanding, don't try to by heart the things because you will forget. Okay? With an example also I have told you. Same logic was applied in the artificial intelligence also. Right? Now, okay. Again, coming back. So this one. Now what is the answer of this? 0 to 0, sorry, colon, minus 2. For this one, what is the answer of colon, minus 2? What is the answer? If I execute, what is the starting point? What is the ending point? What is the starting point first? This is the starting point. What is the ending point? This is the ending point. Every value in that direction. What is the direction? Negative direction or positive direction? Negative direction. What is the step? 2. So first, what is the value? 26, 16, 2, 10. You are going to get in this way. Same logic is applied in the strings, list, tuples, wherever it is. Indexing and slicing, there is no difference. In the entire Python, it remains same. Now, coming to the next one, how to access the multiple values when there is no pattern is available. For example, I want that 10, 13, 7, 16, 20. These are the numbers. Now, what is the pattern? Using the slicing operation, can you apply the pattern? One time is increment is 1, one time increment is 2, something like this. Can you apply now slicing operation? No. Since slicing operation is not possible, in that case, you have to take the list of index numbers, what you want. What are the index numbers you want? Index number 0, 1, followed by 3, followed by 4, 5. These are the index numbers, list of index numbers. Now within the array, inside the array, now you have to provide the list of numbers. Earlier, observe this one clearly, one more time. A bracket, single number means single number. One number means write one number. When it is multiple numbers, you can't write the multiple numbers like this normally. You have to take the support of list. When you want to add the more than one number, list should be there. Single number means single number, multiple numbers means list. Now automatically you will get the two brackets, right? Earlier, one number means in a single bracket you are writing the number. But what is this bracket indicates? This bracket indicates list. What is this bracket indicates? You are working on the indexing. This bracket says that you are working on the indexing. This bracket says that list of numbers. Single number, multiple numbers are. So here I'm writing the multiple numbers. So multiple numbers means how you have to write? By using the list. So here I have written the list. What is the requirement I want means 0, 1, followed by 3, 4, 5. So I'm writing that one only. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. So these are the numbers will be selected. What are the list of numbers you have given? Those numbers will be selected. Sir, only one number means then no need to write the list. Write the single number only. When you are having the more than two numbers, more than two, more than or equal to two, or simply more than one. When you are having the more than one, go with the list. So now I am writing here list of 1, 5. What is the answer? Whatever the index number 1 and index number 5. What is the index number 1 means 13, and whatever the index number 5 is 20. So 13 and 20 you are going to get the output. Sir, first I can write index number 1 followed by index number 5 followed by index number 2. Anything. One more time 2, one more time 2, one more time 2. You write. Choice is yours. So first it will take the index position 1. What is there in the index position 1? 13. What is the index position 5? 20. What is in index position 2? In the index position 2, what is there? Number 2. So you are going to get the output as 2. Again, what is the index position 2? 2. Again, what is in the index position 2? 2. So is the point is clear? So like this, you are going to extract the values, either single number, slicing, or list of numbers. Is the point is clear? Next one is fourth one is called as condition. Based on the condition also you can extract. So here one more time I'm printing my A. Earlier what are the A is there? The same A. Now I'm writing internally one condition. See, A of bracket. What is A of bracket? What is the meaning of A of bracket? What is the difference between A is equal to bracket? A is equal to bracket means you are assigning the empty list to A. What is A of bracket means you are working the indexing within the A. Within the A, you are doing the indexing. Now you are doing the indexing. Inside that, either single number you have to write, slicing you have to write, or list of numbers you have to write. Fourth option is you can write the condition. I am writing the condition wherever the value is greater than 10. This is my condition. Now, what is this value is greater than 10? No. This value is greater than 10? Yes. 13. 2? No. 7? No. 16? Yes. 20? Yes. 26? Yes. So what are the numbers I'm going to get means 13, 16, 20, 26. These are the 4 values. So based on the condition also, you can extract the numbers. In the normal list, only these 2 options are available. Indexing or slicing is available. In the array, we are having the additional 2 options. What are the additional 2 options means? One is list of index numbers. Second one is through condition. Next, you can write even the multiple conditions. Not instead of one condition, you can take the multiple conditions. What is my condition number 1 is A is greater than 10. Condition number 1. My second condition is A should be divided by 2 and remainder should be 0. So A should be divisible by 2 and remainder should be equal to 0. These are the 2 different conditions. This condition will give the output as true or false. This condition also will give the output as true or false. Now I want to apply both the conditions. When you want to take the more than 2 conditions, what type of operator you have to apply? Logical operator, either AND or OR. Now I want to take the condition as OR, any one, either this one or this one. You have to write here OR. Instead of writing the OR, we have to use the symbol OR symbol. Within the NumPy, we cannot use the OR directly. We have to use the symbol. This is the OR symbol. OR symbol is this one. This is meaning is logical OR. AND symbol is this one. This is meaning is AND, logical AND. In the NumPy and Pandas, we have to use the symbols instead of using the or and and. We have to use the symbol. So I'm using the symbol. So what is the symbol miss? It is going to check the condition. So first it will take the first value. Whether the first value is greater than 10? No. False. Whether it is divisible by true? True. False or true? What is the output? What is the false or true? What is the output? True. So true means this value will be selected or not selected? It will be selected. That value will be selected. Next, coming to the 13. 13 is greater than 10? True. Or whether it is divisible by 2? False. True or false? What is the output? True. So this number will be selected? Yes. As per my requirement, any one of them has to be satisfied. Any one it is satisfying. Next, this one. Any one it is satisfying? Yes. It is also divisible by 2. So it is also satisfied. So this one also will be selected. This one? No, it is not satisfying. Both of them are false. This one? Yes. This one? Yes. This one? Yes. So other than 7, remaining everything will be selected. Once if I execute. Here the syntax, there is a syntax. What is the syntax is? When you are having the multiple conditions, you have to use the bracket for the each condition. For one condition, you have to use the brackets. That is the syntax. The rule. You have to use the brackets. Now, other than 7, everything you are going to get. Is the point is clear? Everyone. One more time. Clearly see this array of 10, 11, 15, 17, 14. Array. It is not list, array. A greater than 2. Sorry, not A greater than 2. A greater than or equal to 15. What is the output of this? It will not give the 15, 17 or anything. It will give either true or false because the operator is comparison operator. Comparison operator will give the first value. What is the first value? True or false? False. Second value? False. Third value? True. Fourth value? True. Next value? False. It will give the output like this. When it will give the values which are true means A of greater than equal to 15. Now it will select the which values satisfy the condition. That values will be separated. Without writing this one, just you are asking the condition. Each and every value is greater than or equal to 15. You are asking the question. Whether the each value, what is a array? Array means what? Each value. For each value, whether it is greater than or equal to 15. Now, same logic apply here and tell me, this is the A. Now I'm writing here A greater than 10. What is the output? First one. What is the output? False. Next, true, false, false, true, true, true. Okay. For each value greater than 10, I want the values which satisfy the condition. Then A of means you are applying the indexing which satisfies the condition. Means you are extracting the values which satisfies the condition. Now you will get the values. If you don't write A of like this, what you will get? Outer output is true or false you will get. When you write A of like this, it will collect the data which is true. So which is true? This one. Second one is true. That is 13. Followed by last 3 are true. That is 16, 20 and 26. So 13, 16, 20 and 26. Like that you are going to get. Is the point is clear? Extracting is clear. Now let us focus on the how to modify the values within the 1D array. Next one is how to modify. We have seen how to create. We have seen how to extract. Now we are going to write. Now, sir, after the class, I want to practice something, sir. What I have to do? You only write some array. Choice is yours. You want to write some values randomly now, right? Right? Some values. What are the values you are interested, right? How many values also your interest? Number of values your interest, inside values also your interest. You can write whatever you want. One array. Array means comma should not be there. Don't write the comma in a flow. Don't write the comma in a flow. I'm not asking list of values. I'm asking array of values. Take some numbers as per your choice. Done? Completed? As per your choice, what are the things you want? Now, in this, I want with respect to first number, last number. Write the answer for the first number and last number. Both I want. Your numbers also I don't know. What numbers you have selected. How many numbers you have selected also I don't know. But what is my requirement is first number and last number. Completed? What is the answer? What is the answer? List of list of 0, comma -1. Right? Completed? First number, last number. What are the array? In that 100 numbers are there also, same logic will be applied. Now, sorry. Anything is okay. You are not applying slicing now. Slicing means direction. Here direction is not there. Individual values. This is single value. This is single value. Now, whatever your first value is there, it has to be repeated for 5 times. In your array, first value is there now. It has to be for 5 times. What is the answer? First value 5 times. A of your first value 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 5 times you repeat. Sorry. Choice is yours. Right, guys? Now, okay, sir, in a, for example, sir, for list square brackets only, right? Then how the Python, it is array or a list. So whatever your list is there, first you'll convert to array now. You're going to write the list. For example, your numbers are like this. Now you're going to convert this one to array. This is A. Now automatically you'll have the array of numbers with you, right? Array of numbers are there. So I asked to write the array of numbers for that reason. Array of numbers means directly you can't take the array of numbers. First you will take the list and you will convert to array of numbers only, obviously. Right? Now, in the A, what are the numbers you have selected? Okay, some numbers you have written, right? In that numbers, I want which are divisible by 5. I want the numbers which are divisible by 5. What is the answer? A of, inside that what I have to write? Within that, what is the condition? A divisible by 5 with remainder as 0. Right? Like this. What are the numbers you have written? I also don't know, right? But I'm asking the question, and for that question, just while practicing, you also practice in this way. I want the third index. I want third index, fifth index, seventh index. I want first index. I want ninth index. Think in your brain one question and write the answer for that. Think one question in your brain and write the answer. Simple. I'm asking instantly the questions. I also don't know what questions I'm going to ask. I'm also creating the questions instantly only. Randomly some question I'm creating in my brain and I'm asking what is the answer for this. That one only which we have to do in the practice in the lab. Think of some questions and write the answers. Now next one, how to modify the values within the array. How to modify the values within the array. Within the modification, as I've told you, first one is called as adding, second one is called as remove, third one is called as replace. These three are called as modification. Adding, removing and replacing. These three are called as modifications. Now, array A is equal to 1946 is there. In this, I want to add the 24. How to add the 24 means np dot append of 24. So np dot append. So first you take the old array. Inside the array, what value you want to insert? What value you want to add? Just you are adding the single value like this. You are adding a single value. Sir, I want to add the multiple values. So np dot append A, instead of single value, you want multiple values. Multiple values means what you have to give? List of values. Single means single number, multiple means list of values. See here, list of values. Sir, it will be appended as a list or individual value. Array can have list of values. Is that possible? No, obviously it has to add as a single value only. What is the difference between this one versus this one, guys? A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. A dot append of list of 5, 6. Okay. Now A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. It is an array. Don't ask again how to create the array. First, array will be converted from the list only. Right? Now, np dot append of A, comma, list of 5, 6. What is the difference between these two? Means here, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, list of 5, 6 will be added because your list will support the one more list. But 1D array will not support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 only it will add. Single values only it will add. It will not support. Sorry. Nested array. That extend. In this extend is not there. These are inbuilt functions now, not user defined functions. What we are discussing is inbuilt functions within the NumPy. np.arrange, which is already available. np.zeros, which is already available. These are not user defined functions. These are module functions. Okay. Module functions means within the module already these functions are available. We can use only them. To use them, first we should know help file and according to that we'll use. Okay. Now, so here it is going to add the list of values. So now it is clear how to add a single value, how to add the multiple values in the 1D. Within the 1D. Sir, in the 2D how to do, don't ask. 2D only I'm not discussing here. Only 1D. How to add a single value in the 1D, how to add the multiple values in the 1D. Now let us focus on the how to delete a single value in 1D. How to delete a single value. So np dot delete array and you have to write here the index number. Index number. Not the value. Index number. So here what is the index number? 3. What is in the index number 3? 0, 1, 2, 3, 6. So 6 will be deleted. That is the syntax to delete a single value in a array. Okay. To delete a single value in a array. Now, if you want to delete the multiple values, what you have to do? List of numbers. Which are the list of index numbers you want to delete? Write the list of index numbers. instead of one number, write a list of index numbers. So I want to delete now what? 0 index number and also 1 index number. What will be deleted? 1 and 9 will be deleted. What will be left? 4 and 6. That is the output. Sir, one time it is giving like this, one time it is giving array, sir. What is this? Here you are not using the print now. Without print you are asking, so it is giving the data type also. With the print, if you write miss, it will not give the data type. It will just give the directly 4 and 6. With the printer, without printer, you are printing. Right? So without using the print, and if you try to print miss, it will give the output as array of. The data type also will be available, basically. Is the point is clear? If you write the print clearly, it will not print the data type. It will give only the values, directly the values. Now, coming to how to replace a single value. How to add is clear. How to add a single value, how to delete, how to add multiple values. How to delete a single value, how to delete the multiple values. Everything is clear. Same logic will be applied in the pandas also. Again, I will not repeat there. One more time I am saying, I will not repeat because everything are connected to each other. Here array, it is column. So this is array, that is column now. Concept is same. Though it is array, this is same logic will be applied. Right? Now, next, A is equal to np.array of 1946. Now I want to replace a single value with a single number. Single value with a single. Now I'm going to take A of 1. What is A of 1? 9. 9 will be filled with the 19. Same logic in the list also. How to replace with a single value. This is how to replace a single value with a single number. Now, how to replace the multiple values with a single number. Next one is how to replace the multiple values. So I'm going to write here you have taken the one index position. Here how many index positions you are taking? Multiple index positions. List of index positions. One means one position. Multiple index positions means multiple index positions. Now, what happens? A of 1 will be filled with 19. A of 2 also with 19. A of 3 also 19. Now, what is the output? 1, 19, 19 and 19. All of them are 19. Is the point is clear? How to fill the multiple index positions with a single value. This is filling the single index position with a single value. This is multiple index positions with a single value. What is the backend code of this? Yesterday, do you remember? I asked in the list of just yesterday's notes you open. There I asked to you. These are the index numbers and all the index numbers has to be filled with the 100. Open yesterday's notes. Whether you have done this one or not, tell me this question. Yesterday. Have you written the notes yesterday? Questions you have written? Open. In that, have you written the question like this? I want the index numbers 0, 1, 5, 7. Everything has to be filled with the 100. Have you written that one? Same logic. That is the backend code. So multiple index positions are filled with a single number. So here you are going to fill with the multiple index positions with a single number. Sir, multiple index positions but with multiple numbers. Now tell me, what is the difference? This one, this one, this one. I'll write here basic core Python. No list, not even array, nothing. First class, variable concept. Do you remember? Variables. What is the difference? A is equal to 40. What is the meaning of this? A value will be filled with 40 with A. What is the type of A? into type. In this case, A is equal to 40 comma 50. What is the answer? What is the answer? Error? Error? What is the answer? A value will be stored with the 40 comma 50 with A. What is the type of A? Tuple. By default, it will take the tuple. Single value can be stored in a single variable. Multiple values also can be stored in the single variable. Sir, I have forgot, miss. I told you now. Each and every class is important. Open your first class notes. Go through your recording once and tell me whether I have explained this one or not. You can store a single value in a single variable. You can store the multiple values in a single variable. And similarly, multiple values with multiple variables. Now, what is this one? A is equal to 40, B is equal to 50. Separately, it is going to create 40 with A and 50 with B. Both are int type. So you remember this one, you remember this one, you have forgot this one. Means you have forcefully sent into the brain at that time. Now, same logic. Single value will be filled with the single value. Single index position filled with the single value. Multiple index positions with a single value. Okay. Now, multiple index positions with multiple values. Now, A comma B comma C is equal to 40 comma 50. What is the answer? What is the answer, guys? A comma B comma C is equal to 40 comma 50. What is the answer? What is the answer? Error. So it is not going to store like that. Now, A comma B is equal to 40 comma 50 comma 60. What is the answer? Error. From this, what we are going to understand? Either a single variable can store a single value or multiple values. And when you are having the multiple values, either left side single variable should be there or multiple variables should be there. Now, variables are nothing but index numbers. Right side, this one is nothing but value. So left side, one variable, one value. One index number, one value. Left side, one variable with multiple values. So you can fill with the, so here what are the multiple index positions are there? What are the multiple index positions with a single value? Or you can take the multiple index positions with multiple like this. So now in this case, what happened means basically A of 1 is equal to A of 2 is equal to A of 3 is equal to 19. In this case, A of 1 is equal to 19. A of 2 is equal to 14. A of 3 is equal to 15. Is the point is clear? So in this case, A of 1 is equal to 19 only. A of 2 also is equal to 19. A of 3 is equal to 19. What is X is equal to Y is equal to Z is equal to 10? What is the meaning of this? All the values will be stored with the 10 only. What is the meaning of this? X comma Y comma Z is equal to 10 comma 11 comma 12. Same logic, right? Okay. When you are writing this one, it will apply this logic. When you are writing this one, it will apply this logic. Basically. Is that clear? Now, if I take left side, two variables, I mean, A of 1 comma 2, right side I have given the three values. What is the meaning of this? A of 1 will be 19. A of 2 will be 14. Then what about the 15? So, error. It is not possible. It will throw the error. If left side 3 are there means right side 3 should be there. Left side 2 are there means right side 2 should be there. Or with a single multiple or left side multiple is there, right side single also is okay. Okay. Now you are going to get here, I'm going to take 1 comma 2 comma 3 is equal to 19, 14, 15. So first index position with 19, second index position with 14, third index position with 15. Point is clear? Next, copy of array. What is copy? Dot copy. What is the meaning of dot copy? What is the meaning of dot copy? It is going to make the similar shallow copy. Same object or different object? Different object. So you are having the 1, 2, 3 array as A. B is equal to A dot copy means it is going to take the values of A with a different object. Values are A and this is B. In the B of 0, 100. What is B of 0, 100 means? Within the B, first one will be converted to 100. Now what about the A? Print A. 1, 2, 3. Print B. 100, 2, 3. This logic, where I have explained for you? Here. In the list, we have already discussed the same logic we are applying here. This is the list. List dot copy, whatever the concept is there, same concept. List dot copy, what is the meaning? Array dot copy also same meaning. Right? Now, next. Array is equal to this one. np dot sort. What is meant by sort? List dot sort. In the list dot sort, what happens? Ascending order. Here also same. It is going to give in the ascending order. First, you are going to print the A. A means this one. After doing the sorting, it is sorted in the ascending order like this. Okay. So what are the values you are having? First, you are going to take the values like this. And what are the values you are having? This is the initial one. And after that, you are sorting that one in the array. This is the sorted one. Initial one, sorted one. Okay. So what is this list dot sort? What is the backend code miss? List dot sort is the backend code. For this, what is the backend code miss? List dot copy. Clear guys, everyone? Next, we are going to do the operations. The main point of NumPy is operations. So what is the operations means? I'm going to take A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. Now C is equal to A power 2. What is A? What is A? Array of 1, 2, 3, 4. Power 2. Array of 1, 2, 3, 4 power 2 means what is the meaning? For every value power 2. For every value. So first 1 power 2, 2 power 2, 3 power 2, 4 power 2. If you write A plus 2, what is the meaning? For every value of A plus 2. If you write A minus 2, what is the meaning? For every value of A, minus 2 will be applied. Is the points are clear? Now, what is A plus B? What is the meaning of A plus B? For every value of A, for every value of B has to be added. Right? Sir, for example, here A is equal to array 1, 2, 3, 4. A plus 2. Now this first it will check the what is the data type of A. If the data type is list type, what is the output? What is the output of this? If A is a list type, what is the output? You are going to get the error. That is the answer. If the A is array, in that case, what is the answer? For every value, 2 will be added. So always it will check the what is the data type first. For the data type, according to that, it will do. Now, so here A, this is A. Okay. Next one is also B. I'm going to take the B. B is equal to 10, 11, 12, 13. A plus B. What is the meaning? First, what is the type of A? Array. What is the type of B? Array. For array means what is the meaning of array? For each value. For B, array no, no, for each value. For each value of A, for each value of B, you have to do the plus. So 10 plus 1, 11, 2 plus 11, 13, 3 plus 12, 15, 4 plus 13, 17. Like this you are going to get. Why? Because this one also for each value of B, for each value of A. For each value of A should be added for the each value of the B. Sir, for example, you are having this one, only 4 items are there. For B is having only 3 items. A is having 4 items. For each value of A, each value of B has to be added. But here 4 items are there, here 3 items only is there. Can we add? No, in this case, it is going to throw the error. Now, see the first example. This is the A, this is the B. Now, A plus B, what is the answer? Every value of A will be added to the B. That is 1 will be added to this one, 2 will be added, 3 will be added, 4 will be added, and you are going to get the output. What is A into B? For every value of A, every value of B will be multiplied. Now I'm going to do in front of you B value. I'm going to take only 3 values. Okay. Now A plus B. Now in this case, when I'm asking A plus B, A is 1, 2, 3, 4. B is 2, 3, 4. Now when I ask to do A plus B, it is going to throw the error that one of them is 4 comma shape is there. One of them is 3 comma shape is there. So I can't do the addition like that. Both the number of items should be the same. Otherwise, we can't do. It is throwing the error. Is the points are clear? Now, next, we'll continue with this in the tomorrow's class. It's already delayed. So it's 9:15, right? So we'll continue from here in the tomorrow's class. Along with the 2D arrays. Tomorrow we'll complete this balance part along with the 2D. I'm uploading the notes. Okay. In your drive. Okay. Within the Python folder only, I'm adding one more folder called as Python for data science. The folder name is called as Python for data science. Here I'm going to add the NumPy, nodes of NumPy. Even task also will be added. Task of NumPy also I'm going to add. Please complete the task. Yes, if anyone has any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Yeah. One of the student. Yeah, please, you can ask your question. Sapna, please ask. Please ask whatever the question you are having. Array deletion, why we are assigning to another array is why you are adding into the value, or if you are adding something, it will not be directly not be impacted on the original one. Adding and deleting will not be directly impacted on the original one. Replace will be done in the original one, but adding and deletion will not be done in the original one.